Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is Mama Manifests here. So you clicked on this reading, so I'm already saying it before I even start pulling cards. The name of this reading is going to have to do with something about audacity and betrayal. Okay. And how to overcome that. So for some of you, I know some of you have tuned into the other reading I put out a couple days ago, and it was talking about feeling broken right now. And I feel like for some of you, I feel like this is going to be a continued message from that. I feel like more information has come out. And if it hasn't for you yet, it will be coming out. Pieces will be coming out for you. And if you're here, some of you definitely it already has. And that's why you clicked on the title of this video. But for some of you, it's right on deck. And I'm not saying that to scare some of you. Some of you actually just need the preparation. So that way, when you do get the information and things do come into clarity, you're not so shocked. And for those of you who are currently in the middle of it, I believe when we were in that other reading and when I did that other reading, we talked about unwillingly, because we're balancing our own karma, giving our power away. And I feel like for some of you, this message is going to prepare you for this situation of how to deal with it without giving your power away, right? You're going to hear some of the things that you need to in this reading to get through this situation, right? And to, remember who you are. And I know that I was contemplating whether or not to share this message because I don't know. I don't really I like to really kind of stay in the higher vibrations with what I'm talking about, but that's not reality, right? When, you have this awakening, as I'm sure you've been experiencing on your path, you no longer relate to the world around you. And you are really focused on your growth and you are changing at a rapid rate. The people around you don't know how to properly process that. Furthermore, most people in the 3D matrix reality are using people, places, and things to get their energy. They're not in tune, or they just reject the beliefs of being able to alchemize and create the energy for themselves. So when you are changing, that creates some feelings in some other people. And, depending on how, much fear pops up for them, they can really, really retaliate or, I don't think people are really, most people aren't out here intentionally hurting other people. But the bottom line is, being on the receiving end of that, going through our own stuff. Now, I want to bring to our attention as well, you guys, that everything is all right. Take a deep breath before I know things sound very serious, and I'm talking very serious because we need that. We need that. But I also am being told to interject and just say everything's going swimmingly. I heard somebody say that the other day, and it made me chuckle, so I decided to say it just now. But everything's going according to plan. But while we're going through these situations, depending on if you're a sensitive empath and, you're doing light work out here, you can take it on as your own and then take it out on yourself. And then we find ourselves in those cycles of self-sabotage. Ultimately, these circumstances, the audacity and the, people or whatever that betray us, truly betray our trust, betray, whatever. We all know what betrayal is. I forget what I was saying there. But yeah, we're going to jump right in. I never have used this deck. I've never been able to connect with this deck right here. This is the Myths and the Mermaids. But for some reason, I just want to see if it has messages for us tonight. I'm also going to do the Fairy Tale Oracle, and then I'm going to jump into the tarot. Okay, guys? So we're going to see what comes out here. That is the message before the message. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are well. Things are, it's always a mirror, right? What's going on outside of us. And, we all know that the world is going a little bit crazy. Also, all according to plan, and a very exciting time to be alive. But, it brings up the fears in us all. It brings us back to what's important. I mean, that's really what's happening on the larger scale here is we talked about this too, being sent to the rooms to think about what they actually value, what's important in their life, right? We could keep getting sidetracked all day. I'm going to start shuffling at least while I'm gabbing here. But yeah, I mean, stay on track. Wow. Yeah, I just saw there's a card. It's called Fair, Brown, and Trembling. And that's all about, first of all, a lot of starseeds and Pleiadians and people who go on the path have a blocked heart chakra. Okay. Just, a lot of people have a blocked heart chakra, and you don't speak up for what you believe in, especially if you care about approval from others, but out of fear, right? You've been somebody that has held back and also what's motivated you in that regard is the fact that you care about people so much and you know what pain feels like and you don't want other people to feel that pain. And you've actually tried to control the situation by holding back your thoughts. With Fair, Brown, and Trembling, it's like my voice may be shaking, but I am going to speak my truth. We had a card just fall out. What do we have here? Wow. Look at that. Betrayal, Audacity, and the card that falls out is Secrets. Okay? There's just been something kept, on the down low. There's there's secrets happening right now, right? And for some of you, those secrets are being found out. There's been a big magnifying glass, the truth always comes out. Sometimes it takes some time, right? But it always comes out. It does. And when somebody's been keeping a secret from you, when you find out, we have the first word I said, which is betrayal. Look at that. And now we have the voice card, speaking your voice, right? Speaking up and standing up for what you believe in. And for some of you, your voice has been silenced, right? Some of you, this is like a liberation. I know right now when you're figuring out and feeling this betrayal, it feels really intense and it feels really heavy. But these secrets there's something about the whole situation it's freeing you. It's freeing you from a certain belief system that you had. It's all happening for you. I know it doesn't feel that way because betrayal for me is one of the, I don't know, you guys, it's one of the worst feelings. And this is all about you being able to heal or continue on your healing journey. There's a secret here, right, that somebody has within themselves or, that caused you to not be able to shine the way that you needed to. There was a certain level of healing that could not happen. That could not happen without this coming to light. And it may feel really, really intense right now, but you guys, please understand that, if you wanted to move to the next level, if you are right on that, which so many of us are, we're stepping into different roles. We just completed a huge cycle, a cycle that many of us were stuck in for a very long time. And now we're in this new cycle, but right there, we want the healing. We want the healing because we know that our traumas and the old stories that we tell ourselves and all of that is what holds us back in life, right? So we want this to happen. Sometimes, the truth always comes out. Everything is always perfect in the universe. Timing is always perfect. When these things come up, it's all, you're ready for it. You're ready to do it. You're ready to heal from it. You've probably been wanting to heal from this. It's why can't I let this go? Right? And now some information has come out and it's given you it's freed you. It's freed you. It's freed you. And you're going to start realizing how your own voice and like your soul voice is really what I'm pulling from here. Look at that inner child, right? Your soul voice has been silenced by the, what is it? Just the, because when there's dishonesty or this type of energy around, like betrayal energy, it creates a cloud, right? And it bleeds everywhere. It's like a virus, okay? So if you're trying to heal and you've been stuck at a place on your healing journey, or there's just been one thing that you've been feeling like you just can't get past. You've been able to accomplish so much, but there's just one thing. You keep thinking you're over it, but then you get stabbed in the heart again, and whatever. This is the missing piece to all of that. This is the missing piece to all of that. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. So we have these. Let's see if anything wants to come out of here. Like, I've had this deck for probably over a year. I've never really connected with it, right? And sometimes that happens for me. Like this Alice in Wonderland deck, I didn't use for a long time too. I didn't feel a connection with it, and then it finally happened one day. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, you guys. All right. What does this? I feel a very watery energy, right? Because we're talking about mermaids here. We see the blue on these cards. And maybe because like I don't really have a lot of water in my chart. I don't know, Okay, we got one. Let's see what we have here. Jeweled Octopus, and it's card 17. I want to read it. I just want to read it. I love that number 17, and I don't know if you, probably not, but I definitely remember in the last reading I said something about the number 17, and it just like blurted out, and then I was like, I didn't know why I said it, and it was just the number 17, and I thought about it, and here it is coming out again. So for some of you, there's a big meaning around that number. I know there is for me personally. So what does this say here? These are interesting. A dazzling show of gilded glass can mask the tasteless, foul, and crass. Who knows what beastly mass confusion lies beneath such fine illusion? This glitzy, opulent charade, a glib attempt at masquerade. Masks are coming off. Secrets are being revealed. Has fooled a wiser girl than me and left her swimming lost at sea. Why hope for anything but lies from him, the master of disguise? Oh my gosh. A pretty girl shows her attraction to an octopus clearly drawn in by the gold jewels and colorful gemstones dripping from his limber frame. Wow. So mesmerizing is his costume. She is oblivious to what may be lying beneath the surface. Yeah. Like, okay, that was definitely, I'm surprised it didn't come up earlier, but that's what there's this element of shock here. There's an element of shock when you get this information. For me, like, I've just been through so much. And at this point, like, since June, like, I just had these shocking moments. And at this point, I was shocked today, but my reaction is completely different. But I was shocked. Like, I read some words in a sentence today put together, and I was just absolutely shocked was my first reaction. I couldn't believe it. Like, the information didn't even settle in till later, and it's going to be shocking, right? It's like oblivious to what lies beneath the surface, like not knowing or forgetting, what hurt people who are living and operating from the place of the ego, how hurtful they can be, right? And here's the thing, you guys, people can only treat you as well as they treat themselves. So this has nothing to do with you. So if some of you are taking this on as some sort of, I don't know, like, you guys get what I'm saying here. If you guys are taking this on as something having to do with you, oh my gosh, it has nothing to do with you. I wish I could just get that message. Some of you really need to hear that message. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with you. This person is operating from fear. When you feel like you are the judge and the jury and you have to be in control in everything in your life, when things start going awry, you don't have faith. So you don't have the ability to sit back, relax, have patience, do the right thing, right? It makes it, think about your life before faith. I don't know if you guys have been somebody who's had faith your entire life, right? Maybe some of you have. I can only speak from my experience, and I know that I didn't. And I know that my life pre-faith was a scary, scary, scary life. And did I hurt people? Absolutely. Was it intentional? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Divination message. I see you guys, this is what I'm talking about. I've never been called. This is huge. I don't even know what this, I haven't even spent time with this book. But there was a reason that I was being called to this deck tonight. It's wild. Be careful, my friend. Not everyone is as they seem. This is a warning. I'm going to add that. I don't even know what to call it. I know audacity, right? Betrayal and warning. Okay? Warning. I'm going to put this, and I don't mean to be so sensational, like, right, that's what we are annoyed with our media doing, right? It's just like sensationalism. Pay attention here. Get mad about this. Get mad about that. Sorry, you guys. Some of you are feeling the same way. Audacity and betrayal. Okay. But it's just like, I don't mean to do that, but for real, this is a warning for some of you. This is a warning. Be careful, my friend. Not everyone is as they seem. Not all that glitters is gold. So there's a situation. It could be a person that looks a certain way, like especially in the matrix on the outside, but inside, heart chakra is black, okay? Heart chakra is black. It's turned off. And the best thing we can do, and I'm not saying for you to not feel anger, sadness, but move through the grieving process. You move through the grieving process by allowing yourself to feel it, not, using escape techniques. Now's not the time to use escape techniques whatsoever. It's time to really look within. And, marijuana can actually, help look within. It can help look deeper. So I'm not saying that about marijuana. Okay. Oh, that's funny that came out. Okay. Nor every bright bauble, is that a bauble? The priceless treasure at first appears. You may have recently encountered someone charming whose flashy facade draws people in. But remember that all it is, a facade. We got somebody here keeping a secret. They're probably lying to themselves, right? So don't take it, they are lying to themselves. Everything's a facade. Everything's smoke and mirrors here. You didn't see that everything was smoke and mirrors. Some things have been revealed to you. You're like, first reaction is the audacity. And then you go into betrayal. And that is, like I said, you guys, that's one of the worst feelings to feel. You must look beneath the surface to see the true value of a person. And like the jeweled octopus, your new acquaintance just might be hiding behind a dazzling disguise. Some of you, they're hiding behind money. They're hiding behind a job title. They're hiding behind a bunch of people around them, hype men, false hype men, people who don't hold them accountable, so they don't have access to the truth. They would have to look within. I mean, a lot of situations can find but I'm just giving these examples because beauty is from within, you guys. And what you have, I don't care, because that's the thing, and that's the part of the path. And the warning here is for you to just remain calm. Like, it's not like we just got sensationalized again and we're talking about it, and I'm very serious about it, but it's like it's weird. It's like the angels and my guides keep directing me back to yes, this is really what's going on from the human perspective, and we are all humans, so we need to process the information through the human filter. But then on the other side, it's like, everything's going to be all right. It's all happening for you, right? It's all happening for you. We're going to jump into the tarot. I'm just going to do a Celtic cross, and we're just going to dig a little bit deeper, see what other messages we have here. You guys, oh my gosh. And I don't mean to be insensitive to anybody who's really feeling, like sucker punched right now. Like, I get it. I get it. Please understand that I get it. And the first time I was really sucker punched, I would say, like, one of the biggest sucker punches in my life was, in June, and a couple of them just kept happening. And you're going to learn so much about yourself. It's such a character building experience right now. You're going to become so much stronger than you've ever been. And, one day, like, we don't realize that this path is like, we take these baby steps. It feels like a long time, especially time, appears like it's going slower when we're in lower vibrations. It's denser energy. You're moving through denser energy. So time literally does feel slower. So it feels like, but we just have to be patient with the process. And there will be a moment where you wake up one day and you will be like, oh my gosh, who am I? Like, you're going to feel like, you're going to just recognize the God within you. Okay. The God within you, which God is within us all. But being able to recognize that is where the power from the God comes from. Right? We're going to do two. That was one more. And then we're going to do one more after this. Then I'm going to cut and we're going to go in. Okay, that's it. Some of you take a deep breath, please. Some of you, after this reading, I'm like, how am I going to have you guys take deep breaths before this reading? That doesn't even make any sense. But after this reading, focus on your breath work this evening. Everything's going to settle in. You're going to feel balanced once again. It's all good. It's all good. Okay? It's all good. I can feel the panic of some of you. Wow. Okay. Deep breath. One more before I go in. And you know what? I realized I did pray before I turned on the camera, but I'm just going to say one more, you guys. I'm just going to say one more. Holy Spirit, Heavenly Father, and all beings that are of divinity, love, and light, please be here with us. I know some of you already are, and we invite more powerful light beings through the channels of divinity, love, and light into this reading. Please give us these messages. Please be here with us. We are, ready and willing to walk this path of integrity and help work together to change this world. Please just continue instructing us how to do that as we move through our lives. Please give us the strength that we need. Please help us to be aware of our strength, know our strength, because we know that is where the power comes from. Please fill us with peace. Please fill us with peace and protect us as we move through these energies. Please let us know that we are safe. We are safe. And as we move through the rest of this reading, please help me to articulate these messages through the channels of divinity, love, and light. We thank you. Amen. You see here, we have an incredibly powerful, positive card coming out as the first card out, because we got this other energy. I don't know where the rest of the cards are going to be, but this is where you are going. We got the hard information out of the way. This is where you're going. This is the Ace of Cups, my friend. Look at it. It's going to appear. It's connected to the angelic realm and the angelic dimension. And that's kind of what it's going to feel like when this healing energy starts washing over you. Like we see, wow, I watched Moana with my daughter tonight, and in this card I saw the symbolism, and in this card I see it like with the boat on the island, so that's really crazy. Some of you go ahead and watch that movie. That's a sign for some of you, or it's a synchronicity. Maybe you just watched that movie, or I don't know, maybe it's just a synchronicity for some of you. I was instructed to watch it with my daughter, just be present, and that was going to raise my vibrations. And you know what? It did. It sure did. All right. So we have the Ace of Cups. This is allowing this energy to come in. It's allowing new energy to come in. So maybe even before this whole situation was happening, you've been feeling like almost like a hanged man energy, some stagnant energy. And this cup is coming in to replenish you, to give you that healing energy. You've been doing so much work. You'll be this in time. You'll understand why this all happened. Trust that. Okay. Accept this. I mean, look, what do you want? Do you want the jeweled octopus? Okay. I mean, yes, octopuses are cool, right? But this, we heard the message on this card. Do we want a facade or do we want the Ace of Cups? Okay. And that's really all you have to do is receive it. All you have to do is receive it. And it's going to take a second here because I do feel like there's a grieving process that you're going to have to go through. And depending on your skills level or how many times, right, you've been trying to master this, it might take a little bit longer for some of you. Some of you will move through it a little bit faster because you understand it and know how to do it. But either way, once that's done, get in receiving mode because there's new energy here for you and you freaking deserve it. Okay. All right. There's that Queen of Swords, but you need to protect yourself. That's what this is calling for. Protect your Ace of Cups, right? I get this feeling that look at all like this one especially like has these eyes. They just feel like they're piercing me as I'm reading this reading. And they're green. Oh yes. Those are the eyes of envy. There's going to be situations, and again, like that come up and, it's so sad to even have to like think about, right? But we all have it within us. So like trying to not like finding that place of non-judgment when, there's situations looking at us with the green eye or the evil eye, make sure you protect yourself and keep that out because this is where you're at. This is yours. This is yours to drink, right? This is like the healing elixir. Right? It's like a magic potion is what I'm really getting in for you. It's something that you've worked hard to create to yourself, right? And the angel wings here, I feel like some of you are being lifted, like, yes, not some of you, we're being lifted up into a new level. Congratulations, you're leveling up, but please protect your kingdom. The Queen of Swords is going to cut out anything. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Do we see it? It's almost like a demon-like creature coming at her. And she has her sword out right in front of her. Come at me. The way the queen does it, right? Because this is a queen. This isn't a knight. This is a queen. She does it in her feminine. She owns her feminine power, first of all. We have the butterfly here. She knows that she's been transforming. She knows she has wings because we see wings now on both of these. And she's peaceful. Right? You don't have to do much except the sword sometimes is just by not paying attention at all. It's no attention given because that attention, will turn into energy. And, that's ultimately the people who are trying to suck that dry. That's what they're getting. Okay. All right. What do we have at the root here? The Fool. The Fool. This is, I knew this was another, I knew this was an extended version of that reading. And this is giving me that maiden. I don't know if you guys remember the maiden energy, this naive energy. You've been on the Fool's journey. Okay. That's what it's at the root here. The only reason these situations in the past have been able to take you down is because you were in a process of learning about yourself, learning about this process, but you are more equipped than you have ever been. And I think some of you just need to realize that. Some of you just need me to tell you that like you are not a fool anymore. This is in the past. This is in the root, feeling like a fool, right? And, another message, El Loco. Look at that. El Loco. Stop. I just can't right now with this. It's cracking me up. Like some of you are just straight up dealing with fools. They're foolish. Fools are going to like, audacity is a good thing because it's a bold move with a risk, right? But like, it can also, like when fools have the audacity, taking risks, not knowing what the heck they're doing, right? That's what you're dealing with here. People are big and scary on the outside, right? They want to make you believe that they're bigger than they are, but they're words. They're the jeweled octopus. They're words, okay? They're words. Six of Pentacles here, okay? In the past. Let's see. The Six of Pentacles to me is all about, balance. And we see the guy giving things out, in some ways, in the past or the present, yeah, maybe some of you, it's like a parent, some of you, this is a relationship. Some of you, this is a sibling. It's a long-standing rivalry where this person has given you things in the past, and, when you didn't do what they wanted you to do, they would try and make you feel like a fool. Oh, goodness gracious, these messages coming through off these cards tonight. All right, what do we have crowning the reading? Okay, this is a newer deck. This looks like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, there it is, 7 of Wands. I like this one. Let's see here. There's a lot of different energy here. Yeah, look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 7 Wands is all about like you having a higher perspective, but definitely having to defend yourself, right? And it's like everything you've created, right? And maybe it wasn't a whole kingdom, right? You haven't built your whole empire yet. You don't have all the knights outside, protecting the property. You don't have the moat. You don't have the drawbridge. You're building that. And the 7 of Wands comes in, and it's an attack, right? You do what you do, in fact, have, even though you don't have all those things, you have the wisdom and you have this sword, right? And you have this Ace of Cups coming in for you that's going to protect from this. You have protection, whether or not you feel like you have a small empire or a big empire, right? You have everything you need to protect yourself, but it is feeling here right now that you have to defend yourself, that, it's not knowing for sure. It's not being quite sure of what the outcome is going to be. But I have to tell you, with the 7 of Wands, it's having a higher perspective. This is interesting. This is an interesting card. It is. I want to read this one out of the book. You guys wait till you see this book. It's so big. I don't know if I've ever shown it on camera. I want to see what further messages are in here. You guys are going to laugh. This thing is huge, okay? It's as big as my... do you guys see it? It's like as big as the box it came in. These are the cards, but this is the book, right? And I just want to see what this interpretation is here. Come on. I'm putting you there. Okay. I do. Because these interpretations in this book have been a little bit different than anything I've ever come across. And so I just want to see. This card often appears to be rather puzzling. It's all about the power of our actions. Okay. All right. In the background, we see scenes from rural life in the olden days. They represent our life's journey with many stages that sometimes repeat themselves at a higher level. New levels, new devils. Just saying. Articulated at an angle against this background, 7 wands and 4 arms and hands can be seen. Hands and arms symbolize what and how we appreciate and handle things. So a lot of this, yes, a lot of you, this message is how you handle the situation, because what do we know? We know life is not what happens to us. It is about the way we react. And sometimes when the bad situations come in, this is how we learn all about resistance and things like that, and this is the path. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what the phrase is. Maybe it'll come to me. But this is all about like not reacting to the situation whatsoever. Don't even give it your energy, because when those harder circumstances come up in life and then we start reacting, we're the ones that actually create more chaos in our own life, because when we react, we're trying to control the situation. We're not having what? Faith. So that's how we create the roadblocks for ourselves when we react poorly to these situations. You guys have been doing this, right? It's a new level of it. It's a new level for for everyone I feel like I'm reading for. It's a new level. It's a new level of it. And it feels like almost like a testing period. I don't even like to say that, but it might feel that way. Just saying. This card indicates openness and reserve, the palms of our hands as well as the outside, and similarly of our actions. Our handicaps, that word again, That word hand again can be identified in the image as the hand with the protuberance and the fingerless hand, the first and the second hands from the top. When arms and wands lie across our life's journey, they indicate that we do not have to accept what is being handed to us. We are being encouraged to march to the sound of our own tune and to shine our own light. So the voice here, we're tying everything back together, speaking up for what you believe in. Maybe, this whole situation wouldn't have come about. Maybe you've somehow gotten yourself, like you feel like you've gotten yourself in this situation because you are shining and living your own truth and you are marching to the beat of your own drum. And then, the situations around us don't like it. And when we're leveling up, when we're moving into the next level, all the blocks come up, right? The blocks come up to be cleared. We talk about this all the time. We are being encouraged to march to the sound of our own tune and shine our own light. Yet we are warned not to put up any unnecessary resistance towards light. Stop. The thin blue figure on the right shows that we all possess roots that reach deep into the earth. See the spiral at the foot of the blue figure. We possess tools that enable us to reach for the stars. See the crutch or pincers that elongate the right hand of the figure. We are always on an evolutionary journey. We constantly learn to deal with complex tasks and handle our energies. This is just making you stronger, teaching you about energy, teaching you about all that stuff. The 7 wands arranged one above the other represent a ladder with 7 rungs, a Jacob's ladder, which bridges the gap between heaven and earth, between our wishes and reality. Okay. All existing facts can be changed by your actions, right? So this is going to be all about how you handle the situation. Don't give it energy. Have faith in it. Let God work out every single detail of it. Seriously. The divine has your back. The divine has your back. Sure, we're going to get more about that as we keep going in the reading. But doing just for the sake of doing and morbid ambition will only harm you. It is utmost importance to reach a new level and use your power wisely and in a relaxed manner. You hear that word, relaxed. Use your power wisely. And in this situation, it's to not even react. Sit back and relax, right? Sit back and relax. Get peaceful. Find the most peaceful meditation you can do. Find your Zen. Dance. Literally, some of you, a drum, I don't know, listen to shamanic drumming. That is a special message for some of you. That's going to be your meditation music for the next, week or so. I guess that's a message for me too. Shamanic drumming. I'm going to write it down just for personal reasons. What's our next card out? Shamanic. Okay. The devil. Yeah, I would say that energy is here. And look at it on this card, right? He's empowered here. He can either move forward towards that butterfly or be afraid of the past, be afraid of the circumstances, thereby needing to control. The devil itself represents so many things, but it represents control. What this whole lesson, we can call it a lesson, is teaching you is all about control and relinquishing control and how to truly surrender. This is teaching you how to surrender. And these skills that you're acquiring are invaluable. Okay? The octopus with all his jewels can't buy what you have. Can't buy. The devil's coming in and trying to take it. And there might be some temptation, right? And we talked about that too. Right now, it is imperative that you stay. We're probably going to see the Hermit card. If we don't, I would be surprised because I feel like that's the guidance here. Right now, it is imperative, seriously, find your Zen. Laugh. Keep living your life as if, go through the healing process. Feel the emotions of it. Do with that. That's not what I'm saying, but find your Zen. Find your Zen. Just put all the energy back into yourself, right? Because we talk about alchemy a lot on this channel as well. And that's that magician energy. Take that energy and give it back to yourself. It's energy, whether it's crappy energy or great energy, and in this case, crappy energy, you can alchemize it. You can alchemize it. And how are you going to alchemize it? By feeling the pain, by going through the healing process, by tuning into your heart chakra. So we have shamanic drumming and heart chakra frequency. Yep. Those are the two things. If you're looking for what to meditate for, direct guidance from the divine. Shamanic drumming, Google it. YouTube it. Just hit it in the search bar. Heart chakra frequency. Keep it on in the background in your house. I don't know. Do what you want to do. Yeah, it wanted to come out reversed, but I'm not doing that right now. We have judgment here. And it wanted to come out reverse. I feel like there was just a poor judgment call made on somebody's behalf, right? That's why they had to keep a secret, right? But you're definitely afraid. You're afraid of what's going to happen. It's all happening perfectly. Look at there's an angel here literally observing and overlooking, and I feel like it's all in divine timing, and you have to understand that too, like understanding divine timing. And that really wanted to come out earlier too, and I feel like I got sidetracked from saying it, but the information comes as we're meant to reveal it. And right now is one of those times. It's like the horn has gone off. The audacity, that's the sound coming through. Audacity through that horn. I'm just kidding, you guys. Oh my gosh, let me keep looking at this card. It is an interesting one as well. But let's bring out the book again. You guys are learning this deck with me. I'm interested. I'm not going to read the whole thing. This time I'm just going to read that bottom part, the practical advice. All right, hold on. Come on now. Okay, let's see. Once you have shed light onto the darkness, the vampire. Yeah, we got a vampire here. Somebody that's been sucking off your energy, right? We talked about that. Definitely You know what got me on this reading was I was watching a reading. And, in the title, it literally had the word vampire. And I was just like, and now it's crazy. It's coming out again. And I was thinking about Twilight and all this other stuff. And it's just wild. The vampire will turn to dust, and the hidden will take shape. The facade, the judgment call. I just want you to know that there's severe, sometimes it feels, the divine is always at work, but there are some divine beings in other dimensions orchestrating all of this. Okay. Will take on a shape and color as it emerges. Dare to face the unknown and observe it closely until you can decide how much of it to use and what to discard. Yeah. Okay. That's crazy. So I just read the devil card. We needed to hear that message. We needed to hear that about the vampire. That was just an extra thing for some of you. Now we're going to go to the practical thing for judgment. That is wild that I just accidentally did that. We really needed to hear that. This one says, for this judgment card, let go of what has been. Say your goodbyes and make your peace with the past. Learn to forgive without forgetting. Everything is important. You have made your choices in the past, and now you are free. The time has come where you have been freed. Rapunzel, Rapunzel. You are being liberated. That's not what it says here, but that's just what came out of my mouth. Free to choose anew and to decide which road you want to take. Yeah. Even though this may not feel the greatest, what it's ultimately doing is freeing you. You have been freed from the bondage of the devil. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. You have been attached to this situation. Okay? The Four of Pentacles is all about holding back, right? Holding on to something with the heart chakra. I have a feeling this devil energy, whoever's keeping the secrets, whoever the jeweled octopus is holding on, obviously, right? They're holding on to you with their heart, right? It might not feel like it, but they do love you, whatever this is. Whatever it is, maybe they don't love you for some of you, right? If it's not a relationship or a parent or a sibling or something like that, maybe it's a job, but they don't want to let you go. And so all of this stuff, maybe all this fear stuff is coming up because they don't want to let you go, right? It's the truth of the matter. No matter how small they have made you feel, this is coming out in the outside circumstances. It doesn't want to let you go. It doesn't want to let you go. So no matter how much they have made you feel or tried to make you feel like you are not worthy, the truth of the matter is they do see your value, right? That's why you have to protect your Ace of Cups. That's why they've kept secrets. That's why they pretended to be something they were not. Because they did see your value. That's why they can't let go. Mm-hmm. Oh, justice, justice, justice. I don't really know what else to say besides all will be balanced in this divine universe. All, no matter what time it takes, you can't escape. She's holding the truth, right? We see the sword now. She's holding a sword as well. You can't escape the truth. We can't escape the truth about ourselves. We can't escape the truth about our lives. We can't escape the truth. The truth is always going to be the truth. We can run away from it. We can hide behind jewels. We can keep secrets from ourselves and others. We can avoid healing. But ultimately, the truth or justice or balance is going to happen. It's going to happen. And forever I'm reading for here has been walking the path of integrity. And so the energy, this came up in the other one, we saw it. The cards didn't actually come out, but it was the Seven of Swords paired with justice in that last reading. I keep referring back to that last reading because this is like I said, it's an extended version of that a couple days later. But yeah, all the energy that you've given out or had taken from you is now going to be returned. Trust and believe. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Trust. This is faith building. This is trust building. Trust the process. Believe in yourself. Here it is. The Eight of Swords. You're going to have to watch your thoughts, you guys. During this process, a lot of fears may come up. I'm going to read this one too. I want to read the Eight Swords out of this book. See this interpretation. But the Eight Swords are all about, it's your own thoughts making you feel small, right? She has the butterflies there again, right? The transformation is happening. We'll see what this says. But it's all about, it's fear. It's a fear-based energy. So the only thing that can hold you back from walking the path of faith is fear, right? Who said it? I don't know who said it, but the only thing to fear is fear itself. I know it was one of the presidents. I just can't remember who right now, but it's true. I think was it Kennedy? You guys drop it down below in the comments. Like, I'm not going to keep going with this. I don't want to make whatever. Doesn't matter. But it's true. The only thing to fear is fear itself. And so your thoughts may be running wild, right? But it's just fear. Fear isn't real. It's just that fight or flight when you receive information that kind of puts you in a shocked place. Fight or flight is activated. Therefore, your body's like, a lion, a tiger, a bear is chasing me. But we've evolved past that. That's why we're, doing this thing on the planet, because we're, helping evolve it. And you're part of the team that's, one of the, first people, to kind of, not first people, but you're one of the very few that's, we're increasing in numbers, but working for the light and intentionally moving us into a place of higher vibration on this planet, a fair world for all, a just world for all, right? A loving world for all, unconditional love. We all know what we value, right? We all know what we value, but yeah, fear. Let's see. Oh, that's 4 swords. Okay. 8 swords. Werner Spranger said, there are thoughts that you cannot comprehend unless you change your life. But the opposite is also true. There are changes in your life that cannot be realized unless you comprehend your thoughts. Yeah. I mean, it's just bringing all of that. It's bringing an enlightenment for yourself. It's teaching you things about yourself, right? Like the Eight of Swords is, we talk about how every energy is necessary in this, but this is coming out and like, watch this, realize that the only thing to fear is fear itself. If you choose, right, because there is a choice here, if you choose to walk the path of faith, it's going to work out so very well for you, right? And you're going to be incredibly empowered, right? This is you literally taking your power back, whatever this is. And sometimes Eight Swords can come up when we've been made to feel, we believed a story that we were small for such a long time. The truth is you're not. You're the emperor, okay? Like, and he's the king of kings. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't mess with an emperor. I wouldn't. And people who are keeping secrets and telling lies and living in the 3D matrix and caring about what things look like on the outside, they're like knights. They really are. In the tarot, they're knights. Those are the knights that we see. Does a knight really want to go up against an emperor? Does a knight really want to go up against an emperor? Remember who you are. You take your power back. You are incredibly powerful. Whew. I want to finish this and get some guidance and move into some like lighter energy to finish the message. Some really inspiring energy. So angels and guides and ascended masters, please inspire us. Yeah, we're going to get one from here. And we're going to get one from here. So Work Your Light Oracle and Transcendent Journeys. This is my newest deck. I mean, I've had it for a while, but it is my newest deck. Okay. And I've had this one for a long time. I mean, some of the cards are literally ripped. Like the backing is coming off. What messages do we have further? Yeah, this card came out in that first reading. What is no longer in alignment in your life? This is no longer in vibrational alignment. Let it go. Let it go. Let go of the fear, right? And it's making room for your soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone, right? You being here and, because I can feel your guys' energy because time isn't a real thing. Time is man-made. Time is an illusion. So I can feel the family aspect of it for me. And we're doing that right now. We're connecting. We're realizing we don't have to do this alone. You are not alone. And you guys being here with me right now helps me remember that I am not alone, right? Like it's soul family. And, I know we're at a distance and there will be closer relationships that come in. For some of you, you've held on to this situation for so long out of fear that it wasn't going to be replaced by something so much better. Why? Well, it's going to. People, look there's a mirror on this. The soul family mirror back to you. Do you see how there's a mirror effect going on here? They mirror back to you the beauty, right? What's more beautiful? There's like a sunset over the ocean vibe. Look at all these beautiful flowers. Like they're wearing the white, the color of purity. This is what is waiting to be mirrored back to you once you get rid of the situations that mirror back the past. The past. Should I say it again? Should I say it again, you guys? Okay. Yeah, we're getting one more card. This is a message. This is a message. Ooh. What do we got? I mean, it's like, how many times are we going to... This gives me such Emperor vibes, too. And this one's a card. 26 breaks down to an 8, which is the powerhouse. And this is how we want to leave the reading, for sure. Become your own authority. Stop letting other people wear your crown when they haven't done the work to be wearing a crown. A crown is something, I mean, we're all beautiful and we all deserve to wear crowns, but think about what a crown symbolizes. What does a crown symbolize? I feel like I want to Google that now. I want to read this one out of the book and then we're going to close. we're going to close. Okay. Hold, please. All right. Become your own authority. Card 26. What worked in the past may no longer be wise. You must own your sovereignty. If you know something to be true, act on it. King Arthur was a great leader. Y'all are leaders, by the way. We know this because invaders were kept at bay for 30 years. Invaders were kept at bay for 30 years during his recorded lifetime, circa 500 CE, and there was relative peace in the land. The striking profile of a king is present in a natural sculpture in the slate and crystal cliff in Tintagel Castle in North Cornwall. Excuse me if I just butchered that, please. The site of the right of the sacred kingship. A left footprint is carved in the rock, marking the spot where a new king would connect to the land on winter solstice, while crowning himself. Yeah, I feel like there was some things activated in winter solstice, and it's all been like the angels behind the scenes have been doing all this work, right? Things might been starting getting crazy since solstice a couple weeks ago. While crowning himself. We are each the axis mundi of our kingdoms, the connection between the heavens and the earth. It's time for you to embody this responsibility yourself with strength, compassion, and balance. I don't care, you have enough time to write 3 affirmations for the next 2 weeks as you move through this situation. I am strong. I am compassionate. I am balanced. I am strong. I am compassionate. I am balanced. I will leave you with this. You are strong, my friend. You are compassionate, my friend. And you are balanced. And you've worked damn hard to find that balance. Don't let people take it away from you. I love you guys. Namaste and God bless.